Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to the channel. Okie dokie, I am going to show you something that I recently learned. I did not write the person, but mind you, it's from a YouTube channel. She did this like 4 or 5 years ago, and I just found it. But I don't recall the name. If I do, I'll just go ahead and link it. But let me show you what I learned and what I started doing. I'm trying to create different pieces of what you may call it, vintage ephemera or stuff like that, to put in journals. I don't have a stack, so whatever I've been doing on my videos is what I've been accumulating. And what I'm going to show you is very simple, and you can do it. I grabbed a page from this book that I tore apart. It's got a lot of images, but I'm not using the images. I'm just going to use one of the random pages from here. It's an art book, and what I did was once I tore it, I went and trimmed the edge. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to fold that half in half. So just make sure that everything is aligned. And I'm going to put my head in the way. So I'm hoping that I did good. Crease the edges. So no, it's not a line, but as you can see, that's why. I'm just gonna cut that little bit because that bothers me. That's it. Okay, no big deal. All right, now you take these tips right here, and that's what you're gonna fold. So the first one, make sure that there's only one. You're going to fold back. Your second one, you're not going to fold it all the way. Like that. And then your last one right here, because there's only 3 that you're going to fold. You're going to fold it like that. See that? Now I'm going to show you the ones I made, and I'm going to show you different options that you have. You can leave it like this. All you have to do is just tuck these like that. That's one option, and let me show you that option, which is this one. No, wait, it's this one right here. See? So they're all folded this way. Then I did a different one. You can fold then these the opposite way if you don't want to see the folds folded the opposite way. One, fold it that way. And this one, you can fold it in. And this one is that one right there, with all the folds in. See that? Then I did a different one. I tucked this part in, this one in. That's you know, a variation of the same one but different, either tuck it in or not. Then this one, I tuck the middle one this way. So I'll give you this little design here of the paper, and then that one I kept it that way. So that's number 3. And that's it basically. So you can have this one. Let me show you. You can have this one like this one like that too, and then that one tucked. So as you can see, out of one you can get different looks on the folding. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Okie doke. I hope it wasn't difficult. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of these just to show you, but it depends on what you do with this flap. So you can tuck it all of them inward, you can leave them outward, and you can pick and choose which one of the flaps you want in or out, basically. So that's how it will look. Okay, and then what I did was I used a stamp. This is Anna Griffin's it doesn't say a year, but it's number 580K03 from Anna Griffin's. I did vintage photo on the whole thing, and then I stamped it, and I took a needle and thread, and then I did stitching. See, I did different stitching. I did the X, I did this one, and then I also collaged with paper. I used my roll from Home Depot, a scrap, and then another little piece of scrap right here on that one. That's how it looks. I folded so it can stand out. I folded a little piece of scrap that was a little bit different tone of color. I folded it, and then I just stapled X's on it. And I used fabric on this one. And then I did the same thing here again. And I put a little music note, glued it down, which is just because I wanted to collage them. Want to make, to make them look kind of pretty. So I kept on doing that. I made collages at One Live with Beth from Happy Place Crafting. And I think I have these 2 left. So I'm planning to put it on these. Let me just, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And look, it's already dressed up. So basically what you just did, if you did it with me, is pockets. And pockets to put goodies inside. And then you can tuck in a journal. Now let's see now. I showed you to do pockets with envelopes. Remember that? Let's take one of these and see if it fits here all the way. It's gonna cover the other ones, so you don't want to use a big tag. So let's see this tiny envelope. That looks good. And then these tags that I made. Yep. There you go. See? So it was I consider it very simple. And I feel like we should just glue this baby down. That way I can consider this one done. So I inked all the edges with Vintage Photo. And with Vintage Photo, I stamped the image of Anna Griffin stamp. So this one is that right there. I love that. So you see, every little thing that I've been making here in the channel is been placed in this basket. So it's kind of nice to have your own little creations where you can actually use in journals. I'm going to use this one here. And let's just... There you go. So it's been already, this one is ready to go, this one is already done, and that's basically it. That's all I wanted to share. So let's recap. Put this stuff away. Let me grab the paper again. And let's see. Okay, so once you take your sheet of paper, you're going to fold it in half and then fold it again in half. Then you take the corners and you're going to fold them, whichever design that I showed you want, in or out. At the end, once you're done, okay, you're going to just glue down the edges. So if, for example, I'm leaving this one like that, it doesn't bother me at all, but I'm just gonna glue it down. I'm taking this little flappy. I'm sorry I'm a little bit shaky, but it's because my sugars have been giving me a hard time. So they drop all of a sudden, they go back up all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm not happy about it, but what can I do? So I'm a little bit shaky. Okay, I glued that one down because I want to make sure that, there you go, that is all set. Once you decide the way you want the flaps, all you got to do is just put a little bit of glue. As you can see, I'm not doing an overload. This one can stay in. And then this one. There you go. So now it's gonna look like all is intentional. Then you take, oh Lord, help me. Okay, then you take the edges from this tip down, just a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. Put a little bit of glue there because you want to make sure that this stays down. Then you want to glue this part here because you don't want nothing to fall through. Okay, and you're gonna glue just this edge like that edge, this edge, that way nothing falls through. And your last edge from this tip down, and that's it, and then you're done. Okay, so now let's ink it. So that way you see what I did. We're gonna ink everything. That's one, that's two, And that's 3. That's it right there. And then take the stamp, whichever you choose, if you want to do it. I just didn't like for it to look plain. Okay, I want something that will help me cushion, and then that's it. And from there, you decorate and you embellish in the front of it. So if you want, I was gonna sew them with the sewing machine, but I kind of felt I'm still thinking doing, let me see, because I didn't, let me see, did I decorate them all? I wanted to sew the edges on this one and then on this one. But I feel that once you sew it, then the pocket becomes a little bit smaller. That's the only thing. But as you can see, that is basically I love it. I'll be showing another pocket style, but there you go. That's the end result. Once you embellish it, I'm gonna still this one is not done, but it's a start, like this one is done, this one is not done. So yeah, I added the little tabby. I like that. And then sewing by hand, that was another plus. Never done that, so there you go. That's it for today, my friends. If you like the video and the content, please give me a like. It helps my channel to grow and reach other people that are new in the crafting community, to learn new things. Very simple, nothing complicated. Leave me a comment, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell, because that way it will let you know when I upload new videos. And as always, my friends, stay safe and craft away. Bye.